Hi, this is Mr. Baglio, and I just wanted to make this little video to show you how to use your new online Inventor's notebook. As we transition from the paper notebooks to the Google Docs, specifically Google Slides notebook, there's a few tricks of the trade that will help you do things much better on it. So the things you'll learn are how to customize your Inventor's notebook by changing text, inserting backgrounds, inserting half-sheet project spec sheets, which are the sheets that lay out what each of our challenges are, inserting photos, taking photos with the camera on the computer, then annotating them, and then also key things to write for every entry. So you'll get a sample notebook, and it says My Inventor's Notebook, your name here. So the first thing that we can do is you can change text. So all these things are in text notebooks, and text boxes, and you can adjust that. You could name it anything you want, okay? The other thing is changing backgrounds. So you'll notice up above there's a backgrounds tab, and you can change it to any color you want. Let's say I want it to be orange for Fieldston, or you can also choose any image. Okay, so you can choose an image that's somewhere on your computer and use that as a background. So I'm actually going to go back because I kind of liked the notebook from before. Inserting a half sheet from a project. So in order to do that, the easiest way is to go to that document. Here's a shortcut. If you just put in bit.ly/half sheets, it will take you there, and you will end up on this document, which has all the half sheets of all the projects we've done. So because I'm not making physical copies of them anymore, I don't need to make two to save paper, so I'm just adding one. So there's a couple ways to do this. You can grab the whole slide, so select the slide, then hit Command-C for copy. Then you can go back to your notebook and put the insertion point on the shortcuts over here on the left, wherever you want it, and then hit Command-V, and you should end up with that slide, but maybe not. Okay, that doesn't work. So the other way to do it, maybe a easier way, is hit Command-Control-Shift-4 after you hit present. So presentation will make it big. Then I hit Command-Control-Shift-4. You get the crosshairs. Draw a rectangle around everything you want. Let go. And then escape to get out of the full screen view. Then I'll go back to my page where I want it. Oh, I guess it did slot in. It just took a little while. Here's the other way to do it, is you could go and, let's say I want to insert a slide there, pick that, and let's go to a blank one. Oh, that's not actually blank. This one is blank. Then Command-V, and it puts in the half-size sheet, and you can make it a little bigger if you want. And now it's nice and easy to see and very clear writing. You can do that with any kind of screenshot. And the reason I use Command-Control-Shift-4, you could use Command-Shift-4 and it creates a copy of whatever you selected and puts it on the desktop as a file. But if you add Control in there, it moves it to the clipboard instead, and so then it's just ready to be pasted in. Next, the other things, so inserting photos. So if I want to insert a photo here, what I can do is, let me go to a blank page, make it truly blank, and now what I want to do is insert a photo. So let's say I want to actually go an image, and I know it's one of the pictures from the image files. So they are in Engineering Picks, and you should have access to this. And I'll click that so I can see better pictures. Pick this handsome fellow right here. And you can just select it and it slots in. And then you can change the size of it with the handles on the side. Go like that. The other way you can do it is, let's say you have a diagram and you want to actually take it out of your paper notebook and put it into this document so it's a lot more easy to reference. So let's get out of that, insert. So I'm going to insert the image, go back, take a snapshot. So let's say this is my notebook here, and I want to take a picture of the car project. Move this out of the way. Where am I? There we go. Not perfect, but fine. Take the snapshot, select it, and you can shrink it to size like this. And it actually looks pretty clear, especially if you go to present and you can see it. Now, here's a big difference. Over here, you see the difference between drawing with pencil and drawing with pen. It is better to draw with a black pen or a skinny black marker than pencil, just because it shows up so much better. Let's say we want to get rid of this picture and really make this more of a highlight, because the other thing that we wanted to learn is how to annotate that. And the way to annotate things is over here, these are the different drawing settings. And one way, when I say annotate, one way to do it is by drawing arrows. So I'll just get an up arrow, and I want to draw in here and point at that and bring the viewer's eyes to it. So here's a fill color. Let's say I want to make it kind of pinkish red. And then if I two-button press in there, it actually says Edit Text. Pencil. So pencil drawing does not show up as well. Other things you can do with this is you can use the corner to resize it. You can also use this little dot here to angle it. But you can add big arrows like this. You can also add all these different shapes. Circles, donut shapes, smiley faces, squares, lightning, numbered hexagons, polygons of all sorts, arrows, callouts, and equations. Another thing you can do is, if you want a skinny arrow, for example, you can use the line menu. Click an arrow and point to that one. So we want the head on the end. We want a nice big visible arrow on the end, and we want it at the start. You can also change that. You can get arrows at both ends if you like. That's really small, so that's a much smaller arrow. It might show up here. Yeah. Okay. But those are other features. You can use the arrows, you can use lines, you can use create curves, you can even scribble where it's more like a pencil. Unfortunately, you have to select it each time. And you can also make the line a different color. You can make it really thick. You can make it dotted. So those are all possibilities. And last but not least, key things to write for every entry. So for this entry, what I wanted to write was, let's say I'll put a text box in there and put the date. Today is the 17th. And the things I want to write, I'm going to make the text bigger by either going here, selecting the size. You could also hit Shift Command greater than. Things we did today. what you would do next time. And anything worth remembering. So I'm actually going to put another thing, because this class I remembered that an 1/8 inch axle works, but no bigger. Alright, so those are all the key things you need to modify and work on your Inventor's notebook. Thanks for watching.